How's it going on? My name is Chris. Welcome back to the F123 My Team mode, and today we're going on to the Singapore Grand Prix. Now, the last race was the Italian Grand Prix of Monza, and it went pretty well. Didn't qualify that well. Qualified P11 because our qualifying sucks, but I can't change that. We ended up getting up to P3, and we kind of just stayed there the whole race, and that's pretty much where we ended up finishing. So yeah, we ended up finishing P3 in the race, whilst our teammate Liam finished second. So we only lost 3 points to him. And Carlos Sainz won his first race of the season and his first race since Bahrain season 2. That's pretty fucking insane to think about. But yeah, so we did the best we could to try to catch Liam. Try to pass him, just did not work out. And yeah, it seems like the title fight is going to be between myself and Liam when we get down to Abu Dhabi, but we're on the stretch of the season now where we can make a lot of magic work. So it should have it pretty much began in Italy, and it's going to carry through into Singapore, and we're just going to see how everything kind of goes today. But check out the driver standings. Liam Lawson leads by 3 points ahead of us in P2, followed by Liam Lawson third, 60 points back. Norris in 4th, Sainz in 5th, Russell 6th, Leclerc in 7th, Gasly in 8th, Verstappen 9th, Perez in 10th, and then you got Ocon 11th, Joe 12th, Porsche 13th, Jarvis 14th, Magnussen 15th, Stroll 16th, and then still we have Albon, Sonoda, Hauger, Hulkenberg, Sargent, and De Vries without a single point scored. We have 8 races remaining. Singapore, I guess you could say, is kind of the race where they could probably do it, but we'll have to see. We'll see if they can even do that. And then over on the constructor side of things, we lead ahead of McLaren by 208 points, I think that's what it said, in P2. Followed by Ferrari in 3rd, now ahead of Mercedes in 4th, 29 points ahead of them. Then Red Bull in 5th, Alpine 6th, Aston Martin 7th, Alfa Romeo 8th, Haas in 9th, Williams 10th, and AlphaTauri in 11th. So that is how the drivers and constructor standings are looking like. Over the contracts, I'm pretty sure I can end up buying the rest of the perks. Yeah, so we can pretty much get the rest. We have a $20 million balance, so we'll go on ahead and just max all these out. Your driver claim boosted to 50%, power mapping, our engine wear is reduced by 30%, and we have 50% more resource points income. So there we have it. We maxed that out finally. Liam is, I think Liam's the highest rated, no, the second highest rated driver, next behind Max Verstappen, who's at 98 rated. But his racecraft's at 100, which is why. But Liam's racecraft is at 99, but I think it's because his pace is at 100 is why he's getting so good. So that could be why, but I'm not too sure. And I'll keep reiterating it. Can't really make any more upgrades. We've maxed out our upgrades. And so every team around us is getting upgrades. However, AlphaTauri, Haas, and Alfa Romeo, and Williams, and Aston Martin, and Alpine, and now Ferrari actually are not getting any new upgrades. I don't know why, but they're not, and it's kind of confusing, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense, but not really. So, yeah, I really don't have much else to say, except now let's just go ahead and jump into the Singapore Grand Prix race weekend. So let's advance through time, get the weight training for Liam as if he needs it, because it ups his pace, but nothing more than that. Funded team event, and now we have a durability department event. So let's go ahead and see what this is about. Facilities are relatively functional currently. One thing we could consider is improving the facilities to include more recreational areas and activities, make it a home away from home. Encourage staff to spend more time here and make it feel more rewarding when they do. A remodel may be expensive, but it could significantly improve staff morale. So we either agree, gain 20% durability morale, or lose $50,000, decline, but gain nothing, but not lose anything. I got enough money in the bank. I literally just spent like, I don't know, 2.4 million on perks, so 50,000 really doesn't hurt. We can gain that back instantly. We can literally gain that back with the weekly resources and running costs. So skip ahead. Sponsored by promotion, we get the weekly resources and running costs as well. There's a spec 3 upgrade for the durability. So yeah, now we have pretty much every single department Spec 3 now. Let's go on ahead and check out durability. This is what durability looks like. So it's actually pretty cool looking. And that'll unlock the rest of the upgrades on the durability side of things, which we can actually go on ahead and do. And right now we are the 7th best team when it comes to durability. So seems like the rest aren't that big, but it seems to still be okay. We still have a supplier one that's going to come in at some point. It's supposedly next season, but we're not doing a season 4, so pretty much useless. And there's a message. Development update. Durability team seem absolutely delighted with the upgrades made over there. They're opening up some really exciting avenues of development for us. We saw that. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And then the high cash balance, we got that done. But now it is time for the Singapore Grand Prix race weekend at the Marina Bay Street Circuit. I love this place, so hopefully that'll mean something good for us. But I'm going to go on ahead, hop on the race weekend, do practice and qualifying, and meet all of you guys in the race.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and Smith completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Gasly, Perez, Liam Lawson, Norris, Russell, Ocon, Verstappen, Drugovich, Théo Pourchaire, Hülkenberg, Albon, Hauger, Magnussen, Stroll, Sargent, Leclerc, De Vries, Tsunoda, and Zhou Guanyu. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Alright, rolling off P2. Came so close to that fucking pole, but a little bit of a shock. There's rain. This was not in the weather forecast before coming into the race. So this is a shocker to me that there's rain coming down, but probably as the race goes on, it'll go out, but let's see the race strategy if it does. Yeah, it says it's not even supposed to rain, but it is raining, so if it does rain the rest of the race, seems like we're not going to make a stop at all, but it seems like that the rain is probably going to go away soon. I guess there was just a higher chance of rain for today, so can't really complain about that. It doesn't have a lap of fuel in here for me, so I guess we'll just go with that and see if it works. It should, but we'll see. But yeah, we've had success here in the past here at Singapore. I'm guessing with this rain, strategy is going to play a factor big time, because there's probably going to be a lot of different drivers that's going to be up here and through the field, so should be very interesting. And depending on what lap we do end up hitting onto dries, we might end up going to the hards if it's very, very early, or if it's early, might do mediums all the way to the end, and if it's late, probably do softs all the way to the end. But we'll see how this all goes. But yeah, so I ain't got really much else to say except let's go on ahead and jump to this race and let's see what we can do. Let's go. I mean, out of all the places that I thought was going to rain, it was probably going to be this one, Japan, and possibly Brazil as well. And we just so happened to get rain here. And curious as to how long this will all last for, because it said in the weather forecast there's not even supposed to be rain at all. But there is, so I'm not too sure how long this will last, but I guess we'll see when we get underway. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be an interesting race to say the least.
It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
So maybe in the next couple of laps, I think, after green. So that ain't too far away, in all honesty. So just gotta pay attention to when the track goes back to dries and what lap it's on too, because that also matters a lot. Well, that was one clean-ass getaway. I did not expect to get away that cleanly, but that was pretty good. Able to cover off Piastri as well. I gotta learn this track in the fucking wet now. And when the best braking opportunities are. I also gotta take these corners very carefully. There's lap 1 down. Just gotta keep a relatively good pace ahead of Sainz. We should be able to drive away from him, depending on how we can hit these corners. And if they're sloppy, like that one was off of turn
Let's use
2,
overtake and burn off some of this energy.
then this race is going to definitely be a little bit of a pain. There we go. We just extended our fastest lap by around 3 seconds. And we're slowly pulling away from Sainz, but not by much. Again, I'm just trying to take her easy around this track right now. And it's working really, really well, so I'm happy about that. And I realize that Liam is
drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tires.
P4. Seems like the track will dry soon, but that doesn't really... I don't know. I would have maybe around like lap 8. Maybe then it'll dry up enough to where we can put slicks on it, but I'm not too sure. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Keep purple at sectors 1 and 2, and sector 3 I just tend to have some issues with. I can also get it down as well, which is the crazy part. Just through here. I got on the power much more earlier there. I wasn't able to extend our fastest lap, but definitely doable. Can't say that right now. Definitely doable. Rain seems to be dying off. So it might be soon. It might not be long until we see some dry tires, which actually I think the track is dry enough. There's no rain. There's no rain, period. Is it? I think it's long enough to where we can fit on the hards and actually go all the way to the end if need be. We're not gonna pit this lap. But definitely next lap will pit.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.3 seconds.
Something tells me they enabled DRS. And I did not get told about this. Or maybe the fact that the track is getting quicker, but it's just because it's not as wet. I think going onto the hards all the way to the end is the best call right now. And we extended the fastest lap, but then the Sainz just took it straight back from us. feel like if we can just hit our marks just a little bit better, we can get that fast lap back. We just have to, you know...
There's a new strategy available on the MFD.
Yep, they read my mind.
Confirmed.
They knew I wanted to go onto the hards, so... Looks like it'll be hards all the way to the end. I'm curious who's going to take the gamble on the softs or mediums. Okay, yeah.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
I think they wanted me to stay out an extra lap, but I'm saying hell to the no, we're not doing that. For some reason, Liam's staying out, though. As is Russell and Norris and Verstappen. Huh. Interesting. Drogovic stays out as well. Yeah, Sainz and Piastri are doing the same strategy as I am.
That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
Alright, cool.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Gotta be careful exiting these pits. We don't want to fucking get loose coming out of them. And possibly get ourselves a fucking time penalty, which we do not need. I thought I was in gear 3 already. Fuck me. Damn, De Vries came out in between Sainz and the McLaren of Piastri, I think. We should be way more faster on these tires, even if they are the hards, but they'll take us all the way to the end of the race. Piastri ended up getting around the slow AlphaTauri of De Vries. So that says that's going to let him go after myself and Sainz. But
Liam's coming in for his stop now.
I think we'll be able to run away with it. And Liam has come in too, so that's the one thing we got to pay attention to is if we can get out ahead of him, which I think we can. Everyone else looks like pitted ahead of us. And looks like we'll resume the lead. And there we go. Right back out front, baby. Let's go. Now let's just try to drive away. Because we know what this car is capable of. There we go, 131.3 or 0.3.
Your teammate behind is 6.4 seconds.
And we're flying on these hards. Damn.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap.
129.2. Holy fuck, dude. We are flying in this fucking car. We really have the Singapore rocket ship, don't we? God, I missed you. Yeah, we're just able to really pull away from the guys behind, and I knew we could because I knew the overall pace that we had in this car around here in Singapore. Especially with us being on, you know, hard tires. Did not think everyone else would do the same thing. But definitely very interesting to know that, you know, some guys did end up doing the same thing as us. Curious to, like, what the pecking order is like, and if we'll get any first-time point scorers, which the running theme of the season is that's a big fat no, that we're not going to get any more or any new point scorers, unfortunately. So I'm not going to have my hopes up, but it'd be pretty funny if someone just scored their first points of the season in this race, especially with how the first set of pit stops went. Just really went wide right there. Holy, forgot the shift. Just thinking about what to say next, and I already forgot what it was. Yep, I forgot. Gotta love that, right? You're about to say something, then you just forget it. Love that.
Green flag.
Oh, trouble behind. Don't know who that's for. That may cause a safety car.
Okay, so
Gasly's out.
on Gasly. They're retiring from the race.
Blow motor, more than likely. And shockingly, not a safety car. I'll take it.
Good caution.
Well, there's Gasly over there. Seems like he pulled off just enough to where a safety car won't have to be called, so good on him. Good on him. No need for a safety car now. So, nice. Well, Liam's fighting Perez for P4 now. And Perez came out on top of that battle. And Piastri is also catching Sainz for P2, but will he even attempt the pass, or will he just stay behind him for the rest of the race? I guess we'll find out, see if he does make any moves or not. And we have enough fuel to make it. We'll be okay. Shockingly, we're not going to run out of fuel in this race. Like I thought we were, but... seems like we'll actually have it smooth sailing.
Rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Well, the race is going to be over by that time anyway, so we won't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about a thing, Mark. Or if it's going to come down, it's going to come down at the end of the race. But we'll be alright. We'll be fine. We'll be okay. Unless it starts rapidly moving in, then we might need to worry. 3 to go now. And, yeah, we'll be able to make it to the end of the race before, like, the rain hits and stuff like that, so... we should be okay. Piastri hasn't made a move on Sainz yet, and Lawson hasn't reattempted the overtake on Perez, so... there may not be a whole lot going on for the rest of this race, but it's safe to say, or it's not to say that really anything did go on this race, so yeah, but seems like we'll be able to grab the lead, or grab the win, excuse me, and grab the point lead afterwards too, so it all works out, I guess. Alright, final lap in Singapore. Utter domination here.
Gap to your teammate behind is 10.9 seconds.
Well, would have made this a hell of a lot more better too if we won the pole, but just barely missed out on it on Piastri, or by Piastri, so yeah, a little bit was a little bit frustrated at that, but I was also just kind of happy to know that I was starting P2, especially for this track. I mean, we struggled with this track so much on F122. It's just felt so good to do good again here. Makes me happy, and Piastri ended up, or excuse me, Lawson ended up getting around Perez. So... yeah. But we're doing a good job holding the lead and maintaining this gap over Sainz, and pretty much just forcing him to deal with Piastri, which has just allowed us to drive away. So we're going to come out of the final corner, and just like we did in F1 2020, in every single Singapore Grand Prix we have participated in, We're gonna win every single fucking one. Let's go. Hell yeah. It's like win number 6 on the season as well.
That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
And that's the championship lead for us. And we're driver of the day. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking go.
A hard-fought win today then, after a very difficult race. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I really feel the track layout, combined with the track temperatures we saw today, suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now.
All right, well, we did it. We have won the Singapore Grand Prix, and like I said before, we did exactly what we did in F1 2020, and even in F1 2021, where in every single Singapore Grand Prix race that we competed in, we won every single race. For that perspective game. So F1 2020, F1 2021, and now F1 23 are the 3 games that we've won every single Singapore Grand Prix racetrack in our first season. Or no, in the game entirely. So that's a big accomplishment. I'll take it. But yeah, so we get the job done. P1 for us. Congrats to Sainz in the P2. He's riding that wave of momentum since that Monza win, and congrats to Oscar on the P3. Liam got himself up to 4th, so we ended up gaining 14 points on him coming out of today's race. Perez 5th, Russell 6th, Verstappen 7th, Norris 8th, Ocon 9th, and then Teo in 10th. So, about the same people in the points. Then you got Drogovic in 11th, Leclerc in 12th, Albon close again in 13th, Sargent close again in 14th, Hauger close in 15th, Hulkenberg in 16th, Stroll 17th, Magnussen 18th, Zhou Guanyu 19th, Yuki 20th, De Vries 21st, and then Pierre Gasly, the only DNF, in last. Sucks to be Gasly. But, yeah, and we even blitzed the field with the fastest lap. Everyone in the field got a 130 lap time, or a 131 lap time. We got a 129. We were the only ones in the 129s, and we were the closest to the 128s. I'm pretty sure if we had the mediums or the hards on, we would have hit the 128s or 127s fairly quickly. So it was possible without the mediums or the softs, but I needed more time in order to be able to do that. I needed to gain more time on Sainz in order to put softs on, and I just wasn't able to pull away from the gap that I already had at that time. So, hey, a 129 though, the lone 129, I'll take it. Check out the standings coming out of today's race. So we assumed the championship lead. Resume? I can't remember. Well, I guess resume. We resumed the championship lead away from Liam Lawson, now by only 11 points in P2. Then you got Oscar Piastri in P3, Carlos Sainz in P4, Lando Norris in 5th, Russell in 6th, Leclerc in 7th, Verstappen 8th, Gasly 9th, and Sergio Perez in 10th. Then there's Ocon at 11th, Zhou in 12th, Teo in 13th, Drogovic in 14th, Magnussen 15th, and Stroll in 16th. And still, it is Albon, Tsunoda, Hauger, Hulkenberg, Sargent, De Vries. With a goose egg, 0 points scored. And we have 7 races remaining after this one. Constructors-wise, we still lead ahead of McLaren now by 227 points. Ferrari in 3rd. Mercedes in 4th. They're 29 points back. Still somehow. P4. Red Bull in 5th, Alpine 6th, Aston Martin 7th, Alfa Romeo 8th, Haas in 9th, Williams 10th, and then AlphaTauri last. So, yeah. Not a whole lot has changed except at the top, so that's pretty much the only real big thing that's changed. And now there's only 11 points separating myself and Liam, so at the end of these next few races, they're gonna be a big deal. Especially when we go to tracks like Qatar and COTA and Mexico even, because we've done really well there in the past, but we've also done really well in the past at other tracks, and Liam's just dominated all of them. So, and I bring up COTA and Qatar mainly because they're sprint races, and Brazil. Liam has won every single sprint race this season, and 2 out of the 3 sprint race weekends, he's won both the sprint and main race. So all that could change, or all this momentum that I currently have could change by Liam just being a complete badass and just being able to take away the chances of us, you know, possibly winning. So, I mean, the possibility's there, but hey, what can you do, right? But yeah, really good race for us. Good job on to both Sainz and Piastri as well. I'll take a P1. And the fight against Liam for the championship is still on, baby. So the next race will be at the Japanese Grand Prix. And in years past, we haven't been the greatest here, but we haven't been able to get good results here in the past. And that's all that matters. But maybe we'll do good there. I have no idea, but we'll find out. So we'll go ahead and get reaction training for Liam to up his awareness. His awareness is well, it's at 96 and it's gonna be at 100 with this. So yeah. He gained an extra point in experience, so that's something. That's something for him. So, good job to him. But, yeah, so, and I think we looks like we end up getting the durability upgrade. Yep, got the turbo reliability testing in. So now all we have left is the gearbox, the ICE, and the turbo failure analysis. And then the final durability upgrade that'll come in a season that will not exist. So let's go ahead and get this upgrade coming after Qatar, and then we'll get this upgrade too, which will also come in after Qatar. And if we get this upgrade, looks like we'll jump Aston, Mercedes, and Red Bull, but that's about as far as we'll be able to go. So we can improve on durability, but we can't really improve on a whole lot else. And yeah, and apparently there's going to be some regulation changes. I can't show the message because I forgot to fucking screenshot it now that I think about it. There's going to be some regulation changes, so depending on how bad they are, or you know what department gets hit the most, take into consideration we have all departments maxed out. So whichever one gets hit is probably not going to be done. But again, I'm not doing a season 4, so I don't got to worry about a whole lot, so I'm fine. But, yeah, so that'll pretty much be it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification button down below for more. Next race is the Japanese Grand Prix. We are now in the final 7 races of the season. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the amount of videos that I'm posting. It's a fucking lot, I'm gonna say that right now. I'm loving doing it, but oh my god, it is so much, dude. But I'm getting by, that's all that matters. And actually we ended up taking our 6th win of the season, so we're just 1 win behind Liam to tie him. And we have 21 race wins, so not bad. We have 37 fucking podiums. God bless America. We're probably going to walk away with the Constructors' Championship, in all honesty, with what we're going with here. Or at the pace that we're going at. So, yeah, I mean, 7 races left, and anything can happen in these final 7 races. Anything can happen. And within those 7 races, 3 of them are sprint race weekends. Qatar, COTA, and Brazil. That'll be fun. But thank you guys so much. My name is Chris. I'm out. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Peace out. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care. I love you guys so very much. And goodbye.